Hey guys, what's up? I'm having a power issue with my lights on the inside of my Blazer. Well, GMC Jimmy, technically. I got no interior lights. I've had to run with the overpass on because the lights are staying stuck on because the passenger door switch says it's non-existent and it shows active, so I constantly have to have that button pushed in to keep the lights off. Otherwise, it'll kill the battery. Well, everything's unplugged over there, but now I got an issue. I'm blowing fuses. This is my 10 amp fuse here, and if it'll ever focus, you can see it's blown. It's hard to do to get it to focus, but by the time that focuses, I could die of old age. But you can just about see it. It's burnt through. I'm going through these like crazy. But the thing is, it's override. Override off right now. I got no lights on because nothing's working because the fuse is out. When I put the fuse in, it'll blow. Now here's the fuse. It would be the CTSY, right? LP, if I can point to it right here, 10 amp, just keeps blowing, popping. And the thing is, I put my amp gauge on it, which is a really cheap tool you can get from Harbor Freight, one of my favorite places on earth. It's an amp gauge. It goes for 30 amp as far as testing. It's got the gauge steel plug here, which is made for these bigger ATC fuses. Now, see if I can get it into focus. It was as wide as those. There's our focus. But what I did is took a grinder and grinded it down because I need it smaller to fit into the smaller hole of these fuses. So when I did that, it's about the same length, diameter, everything as those. And we'll still work on these. You can see the grind marks I did on it, but I made her work because sometimes you just got to make your own tools. So what I'm going to do is plug this in to my fuse block where that fuse is that keeps blowing. And I'm going to show I got 5.3 amps. And of course, when I plug the fuse on, the lights come on, front, the back, whatever interior lights would be on. It's that plus these little round lights. I have them off right now, but I'm pulling 5.3 amps. Now here's the issue. When I go out front, I just replaced the bulb on that little ding-a-ling right there. Now that obviously ain't working. It did not come on when I put the tester on, which completes the circuit and turns everything on. Here's the connector for it. I'm going to unhook that. It's unhooked. Let's go check that again. No, the bulb don't even work. Just so you know. Let's test. Well, it's going to take me a second one-handed here. Of course, it's going to tie in a knot just because it can. Turn it back on. Plug our fuse in here. You know, it's on because those lights. Now I'm down to 3.7. So I just took out 2 point some amps by unplugging that light bulb that didn't work. Now, I'm going to hit the override. Override is pushed. I'm down to 0.3 amps. Nothing is lit, but I just took care of 2 amps. Now, how do I take out 2 amps when this bulb wasn't lit? Something tells me there's a short in the bulb, a short in the wiring, but if you look close, that there is my window wash squirt. It goes right under it. This here is a power, and it is actually the braided wire for a ground, which comes over to here. So I'm thinking, I got a bare wire that's grounding out. Something's blowing the fuse. And without looking inside, you can't see anything, but I'm taking this bulb out. If I could take it out without smashing my fingers, it's the old style 1156. There we go. And I don't even know if we can tell. It's hard to see, it's all full of fingerprints. It almost looks good. I don't see a break. I'm going to have to take a look up. I'm looking up close. I don't see a break. The bulb's not lit, but it's pulling 2 amps. Why would it pull 2 amps? It just don't make any damn sense at all. Well, I dropped it on the floor. I don't need it anyway. So the bulb's completely removed. So we're going to try our tester again. We'll turn it on. And the tester says don't use more than 10 seconds for any kind of testing. Okay, we got it plugged in. We're still at 0.3 amps, which is believable. Kind of, sort of, because you got like a security light. But anything on the side of your instrument panel as far as fuses go will control inside fuses only. The outside box over there controls under the hood only. And man, I wish my focus worked, because that's really a pain in the ass. But what I'm going to do is put the 10 amp fuse back in, which belongs, and keep going from there, and hopefully I don't have any more issues. Actually, I have a spare right here. You can tell it's a 10 amp fuse by the red. All red fuses on the ATC type are going to be 10 amp. Now, I got to hold the camera with one hand, so the foot's going to hold this with the other hand while I take the fuse out, because they're stuck like a son of a gun in there. Take the whole damn thing. Come on, son of a... Get. There we go. We got her. This is really hard. If you ever made a video with one hand, it's really hard to do. That fuse is good, obviously. Our override pushed in is off. We'll stick in the hole, see if she likes it. Wow, she's having a pin fitment issue there. There we go. All right, undo the light, and there we go. We have lights. So it's working again, and hopefully, whatever the issue is up here under the hood with that damn thing, it might have crusties in it that are grounded out, making a continuity between the positive and negative. With a good bulb that's not lit, that's drawing 2 amps, I don't know. I'm going to have to get farther into it, but either way, I'm going to keep this unplugged. Try to go look at that. It's hard to tell in the dark. Let me see if I get the light lit up. And, of course, it's going to be a typical phone and not do whatever you want it to do. But I'm just letting you know, you can find issues with bulbs that aren't lit that actually draw power. But that little tool I got from Harbor Freight, it's kind of a lifesaver. And all it is a Syntec 30 amp tester with the wire and the adapter on the end. And of course, what I did was shaped it down a bit to fit this fuse and this kind of fuse. So maybe if you have a problem, buy one of these. It's, if you got a car issue that's blowing a fuse, get one of these. It only goes to 30 amps. The power's on by the little button, but it tells you 10-second use only. So, hey, good luck. If you come across the problem blowing fuses, that's a good way to start. I just found a light bulb just from checking it. So, have a good one. Talk at you later. See you.